Hello, beautiful souls. This is going to be a really special video for twin flames as we are heading into 2025. We are coming off the heels of a few very intense years for the twin flame planetary collective. This video won't be for everyone, but it is specifically created for those of you who have been on a twin flame path, who have been conscious of that path for at least the last few years. For some of you, I know it's been a lot longer. You can let me know in the comments if you want to share how long you've been aware of this journey, maybe some of the origin of how that journey began for you. And it's interesting, I felt guided to say that because right away here at the beginning of the video, I'm getting the message of something coming full circle, something that you experienced at the origin point with the person that you consider to be your twin flame is going to be resurfacing itself. But what I'm hearing is something is coming back around, but in a different form, because light is being shed on it in a different way. Specifically, your light. You are bringing a new energy to this twin flame equation so that even though you are experiencing the resurfacing or the reemerging of something that might resonate as being familiar to the beginning of this journey in this lifetime, you're going to be perceiving, understanding, receiving, or experiencing it very differently because of this light that you've cultivated within yourself. I am speaking specifically here to a person who has truly been through the most intense dark night of the soul imaginable. I'm hearing you've had to pick yourself up over and over again on this journey. I'm hearing that you've been grappling with, wrestling with aspects of this twin flame journey within yourself that you've never spoken of to another soul. And part of why I've been so guided to speak on twin flame connection really since the beginning of this channel is because twin flame connection is one very powerful vehicle of spiritual awakening that's being utilized at this time collectively. It's not the only vehicle to spiritual awakening. There are many different vehicles and catalysts and ways that people can wake up spiritually. I'm sure you could hear that in the background, but I had to pause because I heard so much wind and rain on my window right in that moment. So I feel that's some kind of sign of spiritual confirmation here. Maybe that speaks to some of the storms and those dark nights, just like it's a dark night literally here as of when I am recording this. Some of those dark nights of the soul that you've gone through. But winds, I'm hearing winds of change. There are winds of change afoot. And if this video has reached you, it's because you've most likely been feeling those winds of change within you. You have been finding that you felt this inexplicable pull back into something that most likely has a nostalgic element to it as well. So for some of you, you might be experiencing a lot of flashbacks, a lot of memories of the origin point of your twin flame connection in this physical realm, where it feels as though so many of those memories are coming back up to the surface. But as I mentioned earlier, you are seeing them in a new light. and it's actually your light that is revealing a different perspective from these memories and flashbacks. It's almost like you're assembling these puzzle pieces or putting different things together, bringing through powerful realizations. I'm hearing noticing themes. Maybe for some of you, you're noticing this emerging sense of interconnectedness on that journey where there are these common threads of energy through your story, these common themes that keep repeating themselves, that you are now having these flashbacks towards because you're beginning to really integrate them. And by integrating them, you no longer have to repeat unwanted themes. You can actually create new ones. So there's this sense of nostalgia, this feeling of things coming back up again. Now, when I say it feels like a pull, for some of you, yes, of course, if it's contained within your soul blueprint that you are someone who has intended to have a physical, very traditional looking union with the person that you consider to be your twin flame, then this very well could be a sense of pull back to that physical person. Maybe a pull that you haven't felt in a long time, an interest to reconnect physically or to communicate, or maybe you're just feeling as though that's on the horizon in a stronger way after a period of time that may have felt like a separation. For others of you, if you're already in this physical union with your twin flame, or if that's something that you don't necessarily desire, that's not part of your soul's blueprint, because the definition of union for twin flames physically looks very different from person to person. It's really an energy thing that then manifests itself in unique physical ways. So twin flames energetically reach union when they balance their internal divine masculine and divine feminine aspects, and holding that balance are capable of fulfilling their purpose here in this lifetime, which is some form of sharing unconditional love energy with the planet, whether it's through art, music, a personal project, family, creating a home, a career, a community, or just through existing. That is the purpose of twin flame connection. Ultimately, it is to come into an inner union, a balance energetically within the self between the masculine and feminine that allows one to hold this frequency of unconditional love in a very balanced way, and to infuse that energy into whatever physical creations the individual desires to involve themselves in. But of course, when it comes to this physical twin flame relationship, that can look very differently from one person to the next. For some twin flame couples, being physically together all the time in the same space in a traditional relationship could, in a sense, be so intense or overwhelming or non-productive for them that somehow it actually inhibits this higher mission of sharing this unconditional love energy and living in spiritual purpose. For other twin flames, it can be incredibly mutually supportive to be together physically in that traditional relationship. And only you can know what that is for you. Your intuition is guiding you through all of that. But what I'm getting here is that the tides are shifting, the winds of change are turning here as we were channeling, and as was confirmed to us through the physical wind on the window. So it's interesting, when I said the word window, I felt as though you're getting a window a glimpse into what is coming in 2025 and beyond. And that is coming in the form of these flashbacks, these memories, maybe glimpses into the future, or this feeling of pull within you that seems to have come out of nowhere. For some of you, this pull may actually not have to do with the physical person that you consider to be your twin flame or with this connection at all. This could actually relate to you feeling pulled to a particular environment, a job, a life path, a place, a calling. But the thing about this pull is it carries this feeling of being both familiar and unfamiliar at the same time. There's this sense that something is coming back around, but it's taking an entirely new form. And so I've titled this video, Twin Flames, the shift from separation to purpose, or I'm going to phrase it something along those lines. I don't have the exact title worked out yet, but it's going to be something related to that. And the reason that I've described it as a shift from separation to purpose is because for so long within this twin flame connection, there have been many separations taking place. I'm hearing separations of necessity for many twin flames, where there's been this necessary break in the physical aspects of the twin flame connection for the purpose of integrating something very raw and very deep on both sides. And this has been an initiation into purpose. Now, for many twin flames, especially if you are connecting with this reading, you've most likely been the one in the connection that's been more spiritually conscious of what's happening as it's happening. Not that you have a higher level of vibration necessarily, but you've been more consciously aware of the spiritual mechanics of what is going on in the connection. Whereas the other person has been less aware. And it can actually feel like a burden at times to be so aware of what is happening between the two of you when the other one is perhaps less aware. But what I'm hearing is that this separation is energetically coming to a close. Now, for some of you, you may have already bridged this energy. You may have already closed that gap either within yourself, or maybe you've actually seen that gap closed in a manifested physical way with the other person as well, where the two of you have come back into connection or communication. I'm hearing redefined. So for some of you, even if you are reconnecting or recommunicating, it may be a redefined form of that connection that may look very non-conventional or very different than it did before. For others of you, again, it may be more traditional. Just take it however it connects. But what I'm getting here is that at the very least, energetically, there's been this bridge, but I'm hearing you built the bridge internally. You did the work to bring yourself into union internally because you realized the truth about this journey, whether you did that consciously or it was just this subconsciously unfolding intuitive path. You realized at some level and in some real way that this journey was about you, that it was about you doing the inner work, balancing your internal masculine and feminine, coming into purpose, coming into self-love within yourself. And in doing that, you've been the one who has shifted the winds here, because now what's happening is the emphasis, the focus is no longer upon the other person. It's no longer upon some form of physical disconnectedness or separation. It's actually shifting into a sense of purpose. And regardless of whether in the physical realm that appears to be physically a shared joint effort and purpose between yourself and your physical twin flame, know that on a deeper, more spiritual, energetic level, it is a shared purpose, meaning you've had the sense of this. You've sensed that your soul and your twin flame soul on this higher level are working actively in collaboration, regardless of your status in the physical realm. And there's been this shift from focusing on the connection to focusing on the purpose. That purpose is going to look so different from one person to the next, as I shared earlier on in this video. But regardless of how it looks, that purpose at its core is to embody unconditional love and to share that in some way with the world, whether it is through something literal that you are creating, whether it is through certain activities that you are participating in, certain people you are connecting with, or whether this is simply showing up and existing in that love. Because yes, just by going through this journey, having the bravery to go through it, to still be here on earth at this time, at this very pivotal time, collectively embodying that unconditional love, you are serving a very powerful purpose here. You are this literal beacon of light. And I'm hearing someone's guide say, I wish you could see yourself from a bird's eye view. I wish you could see how much you light up the dark, even from space, for other people, just by existing in your own energy, which is a loving energy. So I'm going to pull a couple cards. I know I spoke for 16 minutes here without pulling a single card. There was just a lot of channeled information that wanted to come through. If this message is connecting for you, then I also recommend exploring my twin flame 7-chakra clearing subliminal meditation. This journey has been so intense for all of us collectively, and there's nothing more important personally on this journey than having some way to keep yourself grounded as you undergo such intense spiritual shifts and transformations that they are impossible to describe to someone that hasn't gone through it themselves. And I see you and I applaud you in all of that. And I know that you most likely have your own unique methods and beautiful ways of clearing your own energy. So I'm offering this as a tool that you could either add to those existing routines or incorporate into them, because the beauty of subliminals is they're very malleable in the sense that they're adaptable. You can really adapt them to your current routines, your current schedule. They are audio meditation tracks that contain unconscious spoken affirmations and, of course, meditative sounds, tones, and frequencies. And because these affirmations are targeted to the subconscious mind, using subliminals is such an effective way to manifest, because we know through research that 95% of our thoughts are actually unconscious. And of course, when it comes to manifesting, where we know that our thoughts create our reality, when 95% of our thoughts are actually subconscious, the fastest way to shift our energy is through the subconscious mind. And subliminals are so effective at deeply reprogramming the subconscious through my own experience and through the experiences of many people who have left reviews on my Subliminals app, which you can read through. The app is called Sound and Soulful. So you can find it either in the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store, depending on your device type. You can also download it directly by simply clicking the link that I'll be leaving in the pinned comment and the description box underneath this video. But this twin flame 7-chakra clearing is so helpful, especially for twin flames, because it's designed to clear out any energy blocks you might be storing in any of the 7 chakra centers that could be preventing you from really accessing and vibrating at that frequency of unconditional love, which is so pure and magnetic, not just when it comes to love and relationship, but in your life generally. And although this subliminal does have the term twin flame in the name because it's intended for individuals on a twin flame journey, know that it's designed to help you align with your highest timeline in love, with true unconditional love, regardless of whether you desire a traditional physical union with your twin flame or not. So it's really just designed to help you connect more fully with that frequency of unconditional love, which is so powerful and so magnetic in all areas of your life. So again, this comes from my Subliminals app, Sound and Soulful. And on this app, I've created over 130 subliminals for so many different areas of life. So I have them for love, relationships, of course, for twin flames, for energy clearing, for manifesting specific things, money, business, and so many other things as well. So there's a lot to explore in the app. And if you're coming from this video, I'll be providing a special discount code you can use in the app. So the code is TWINFLAME in all caps. And if you use this code at sign up, you get 10% off your app membership. And when you sign up, you can listen to any subliminal I've created in 10 different background sound options. You can create your own custom private playlists, and you can even read the affirmations while you are listening. So all of that information is underneath this video in the very top comment under the video if you do want to check it out. Okay, so let's pull a couple cards just to leave you with some kind of beautiful inspirational message. So what can I channel for twin flames? For some reason, I saw the word Emory, E-M-O-R-Y. Of course, this could be a name. This could be letter initials in a name. But this also means home strength, industrious leader. Apparently, it's typically a masculine name. Interesting. So there's something about the masculine and strength, but also home. Maybe the masculine in the twin flame collective is going through something home related or family related at this time, or they've been growing to this place of strength. Can I get any more information? Okay, so I'm definitely picking up on a masculine here who, this message, by the way, it won't be for everyone, but there's someone that wants to come through very strongly for a divine feminine listening specifically. Someone who you may have felt as though broke your heart in the past with the Page of Wands reversed. This is a person, a masculine, who seems to have broken your heart because I'm seeing there was some kind of shield over their third eye chakra blocking their intuition. I'm hearing willfully, like they willfully kept this shield up over their third eye in the past. But now they're in this state. I see that shield lifting, like it's slowly been lifting that veil over their third eye. So they've been becoming more conscious of what their intuition has been saying about you and about the connection all along. And what they're realizing that they may have been, again, like willfully not recognizing in the past is that this is, I'm hearing, the only thing for them truly worth investing in, and where all of their value is, where their culmination is with the 10 of Pentacles. Now, for those of you who aren't connecting with this as a message from a literal physical person, I'm getting this could apply to your internal masculine. So within yourself, you might be realizing that there's been some kind of opportunity or something in your life that's really been worth investing in, worth focusing on. And the message came through when I was meditating this morning. Focused energy is power. So it's almost like you've been deeply guided to really focus your energy in a certain direction, because with the 10 of Pentacles, that's where the true value is. And focusing your energy here is going to bring about swift growth and positive changes with the Knight of Swords here. So again, take that to connect either with your internal masculine or with this external person or situation. But I feel this is a thread of energy that will come through in future readings. So if this video has been connecting for you in a meaningful way, then I invite you to subscribe to the channel, join our beautiful community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram and now TikTok at Magnetize Yourself. And of course, if you do want to utilize my Twin Flame 7 Chakra Clearing Subliminal to really help you align with that high vibrational frequency of unconditional love, to manifest more love into your life in all forms, then the link to get my Subliminals app is underneath this video in the top comment. So otherwise, I am going to go ahead and close this reading here. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you feel guided to it, I would love to hear from you in the comments. Let me know if this is your story or if anything here connected with you. Otherwise, I am sending you all huge amounts of love and light energy. Have an amazing remainder of your day and start to your week. Happy Monday. For those of you in the Eastern time zone or similar, I know for others of you, it could be a different day or time, but it is Monday where I am, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you all so much this week as we head into the new year. And I hope you have an amazing day. I will connect with you in the next video.